Hi UXers, I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Thank you, Stephen, for giving me the chance to give you a little vlog on this idea of what is important about being a design-driven company and what does that actually mean. I guess the three quick things I would say is, one, what does it mean to be design-driven? Two, what are the kind of implications for what that means from a product standpoint and from the product team standpoint? And why is it really so important for us to get it right? I think on the first note, when I go back to really early days when we were just starting out from a wireframe deck, right, from the Stanford D-School view of the world, the idea behind being design-driven is that the user sits at the center of everything, every interaction, everything we do as a company. And that all comes back to, if we're doing research, it's with users in live settings. If we're doing product development, it's really for specific use cases that users are experiencing, and that the user has to be completely tied into and thought through in terms of every single last detail, because that's the only way you can actually solve the pain points and the problems that people have, is by really focusing on that user-centered development. So design-driven, I think, is a little bit of a misnomer. It's really about the experience-driven process of how do you make sure that everything is user experience-driven in terms of how we think about it and that it's really meaningful. The implications for this are pretty profound in that it means that we have to have a mechanism for every single person on the team to be able to hit the big red button if they don't think that what we're building is up to snuff. And we have to be able to come with some sort of guidance and clarity, and that certainly there's a mechanism that we need to try and make sure that we're not over-optimizing in cases. But I think the reality is that if we believe, based on research and based on data and based on our users, that there is a specific use case to be solved, we all need to commit to solving it in the best possible way that provides the best possible experience in whatever way we can. And that's something that the time and the extra effort, especially now that we're getting away from having to deal with all of the deadlines and requirements from RFPs, like the whole reason we've tried to push away from that is to make sure that we're really focused on just getting the best outcomes and the best possible experience for our users. And the reason why it's so important for us to get that right is because when it comes down to the ultimate psychology behind why people do things and creating cultural change, which I think everybody agrees is that that's what we're fundamentally trying to do, the psychology is completely in the little details, right? The 95%, even the 90%, even the 95% of what we're building actually, right, is not where the bulk of the use cases actually change. It's all in the little details. The word choices that you use, if you've ever tried to negotiate with Ellie or Charlie, I can tell you that the choice in words you use matters incredibly in terms of how you do that. It's the same thing with products, right? Word choice, button placement, mood, color, all of the actual little details matter profoundly. And if we want to be able to drive the type of engagement and the type of experience and the type of cultural change and impact on the broader system that we want, we have to be able to prioritize all those little things, and we've got to be able to just take the time and make the room for those things that really matter most to be able to get the attention that they need. Because if we just spend time on the 90% and on the 95% and we say, okay, well, everything above that is, it is what it is, we just won't get there. And then we'll wonder why, and we'll say, well, I don't know, we did this, and yeah, maybe users got kicked out or they had some abandonment question here, but it won't get us to the ultimate place. We really need to be able to think through the details and why having that user-centered approach is what matters most in terms of making sure we can be successful as a company. Certainly, I hope you guys have a ton of fun for the rest of the day, and good luck with it all.